Alright, we got a 2013 Mazda 3. Customer complaint, check engine light is on. He had taken it to where he bought it, and they said the gas cap was loose, and they sent him on his way. I haven't touched that yet. I haven't smoke tested it yet, but on here, I got the scan data pulled up. Unfortunately, you can't do a seal test like a GM, where you close the vent and close the purge at the same time. So kind of have to do it manually. I don't know about the purge. It says 0%, so I have to check that as well. It's right now it is still connected electrically, but it's hard to see laying under this thing here. See where this wire goes? Right up where, if I can get my hand up here, this wire here, you follow that up and it goes into that connector right there. You see the light blue wire, and there you go. Focus. I guess that's the best I'm gonna do. Anyway, that's the canister vent valve. Rather than disturb it, here's my wire there. That's the control side. So I got test light to ground. You can hear it click. All right. So I know electrically I'm good. Whoops. And my idea is to try to ground it, to shut it. Try to shut it, and then watch. Turn this off. Watch my. Come on. My tank pressure rise. It's not rising right now, and I have 0% duty cycle on the purge valve. So I have it grounded. It is on. Unfortunately, on this you can't shut them both at the same time. It's kind of crappy for, when you do functional tests. It only gives you one or the other. Duty cycle, I can turn it on. The purge. The RPMs go up a little bit, and the fuel trims will go high when I put it all the way to 100%. So that is electrically working, but make sure we got control here. Now they told him, and you can hear it. So the canister electrically is working, but there's no PIDs in here for fuel tank pressure, which kind of sucks, because hopefully I would be able to do like a seal test, but so that's why I had to do it manually with the test light. The only thing I got to do now is I just want to check and make sure that the purge valve isn't stuck open. Let me turn that off. I want to make sure the purge valve isn't stuck open. If it's stuck open, then that could be the small leak. I haven't smoke tested it yet. When he took it to where he bought it, all they did was tighten his gas cap, cleared the code, and said that was it. Have a nice day. Well, this has like 2-trip detection, so it might have been loose, and there's a TSB for loose gas caps, and according to the TSB, the picture of the TSB, I don't know how accurate it is, but that's not in the proper position. TSB, it should be turned more. But like I said, I don't want to touch it yet until I make sure nothing else is leaking. Let's see if I can find that TSB right quick. Just so I can... Where's the bookmarks? And that's the only code I have there. Come on. See, it shows 2011, 2013 Mazda 3. That's the year. And A is not sealed. You know. So it's got to be turned more. So is it possible that it's just loose again? I don't know. I think he said that it came on before he put gas in it, after he took it to the dealer. Check that purge, and then if I have to put it on the smoke machine, fortunately I'm right across the street from my house, neighbor's car. So if that's the case, I'm just going to back it up to my house and then run a smoke test. There's my purge. This lens must be really dirty because this thing won't focus. But I'll do some other checks and then see where we're at. Alright, I got the purge valve disconnected. Just wanted to check it. This is the purge valve duty cycle. There is no vacuum on here, but when I put it, let's say 10%. Alright. It's stuck on my finger. So there's no vacuum on it with it off, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to plug it back in, and I'm just going to clamp that good and see if I can get some fuel tank pressure in this thing. Where we at here? Nope, that's not what I want. One thing I really like about the Snap-on is that it'll save your PIDs. You don't have to keep, like the Autel, once you back out, you have to, or the Autel in the launch, you have to put all your information back in. What a mess this is. I still haven't cleaned it up from the other day. It's a good way to lose stuff or break stuff, is to be a slob. But I've been doing a lot of overtime at my full-time job, and even with all the overtime, I still do some do the automotive stuff. And it kicks my butt sometimes. Oh, here it is. Alright, got the purge valve clamped off. Get back under here. I'm going to ground my vent so I can. Alright, it is grounded. Oh, it's not grounded. Come on, bastard. Alright, this is going to be being a butthead. Oh, come on. This is exciting. Alright. So, it is grounded. And my fuel tank pressure is not doing anything. can clearly see it's not doing anything. It's, you know, those dropouts is just between 0.41 and 0.42 or 0.43, so it's insignificant. So now what I gotta try to do is get up there and try to block off the vent valve, which I think it's this one. I think it's this one. So I'm gonna block that off the same way I did with the purge, and then I'm gonna see if my pressure goes up, because we could actually have a faulty sensor as well. That sensor could be reading wrong, but I want to do that first before I start getting invasive. Well, this is basically doing the whole system. And, you know, I'm on the gas fill side of this, so it's just then I can go over here to this one, which is on the opposite side of the vent valve. And while I already have tank pressure, so I don't know how high it's going to go, but now we're getting a change, which is it's like a little over 3/4 of the tank full, so it should be going a little higher than that. Could have multiple issues, could actually have a leak, faulty sensor, but I'm not getting enough of a change for me to be happy with that. So I'm gonna loosen this up. Well, right now I'm gonna loosen it. Just gonna loosen it if I can. So it's climbing slowly, but here I'm gonna loosen it completely. You can smell a little bit of fuel. So I'm back down. So now it's loose. And now I'm tightening it back up. Looks like I'm going to have to smoke test this. That's what I'm going to have to do. Because it's not building up pressure. It should be shooting up. Because I got the vent and the purge both closed off. Clamp that. See if I get any kind of change. Oh, look at that. That might have just been from, yeah, I'm doing this to it, so it's probably just reading me doing that. But I got it clamped, and it's still not going up any higher, so I'm on the other side of that vent valve. So that vent valve seems to me that it's working. I can electrically close it with the you know, bidirectional controls and grounding that wire, but there's got to be a leak somewhere else, so I'm gonna have to smoke it, and I don't know, man. Hopefully I can get to the top of the fuel tank. Maybe it's the fuel tank seal. Yep, slowly. It's 0.47 as high as it went. It should be I'm still blocked off. It should be, I can smell fuel. So I gotta find, there's definitely gotta be a leak somewhere. So I'm gonna have to put the smoke machine on it. I will have to drive this up into my driveway. Smoke machine going. I can hear something already underneath. I got that vent valve blocked off, and here you can see, I don't know if you can see it, pressure's at 7.26 inches of water. So where the hell is need my creeper, because I don't want to get too dirty. I got some leakage going on, possibly over there. I think it's actually coming from under the tank. Oh, a lift would be nice right now. I don't know if you can even see all that. Looks like it's coming from up top of the tank. Let's see if I'm right about the fuel tank. This really isn't filming too well. It's kind of pointless. But let me turn this. Maybe this will help, at least help me free up a hand. There's no, like, when I wiggle all those hoses, I don't hear anything different. Filler neck. There is some change with the filler neck. That filler neck might be loose. Some smoky under here. I don't know if I can. I mean, I can hear it. You could probably hear it hissing. Not super easy to pinpoint, but I could see. I don't know if that's shining off stuff up there. I don't know if you can see it. I don't know if that's oil. I'm gonna have to turn it sideways here. I have to see if I can get my hand up there. Oil from the smoke machine, possibly. If you look at it, you can see it moving. So my leak is up here. Give the smoke machine a break. And you should see that the pressure went down. You see it's not very easy to film in the sun and with the flash on. Of course it's getting sunnier. It's like impossible to do this outdoors with a smoke machine when it's super sunny. We're at 727. It's probably the max. That smoke machine puts out a lot of pressure. I kind of don't like that about it. I'm gonna go release the gas cap and see what happens. It should come down. Alright, we're at 7:30. Gonna release the gas cap. There it goes. Coming down. Yeah, so one thing I don't like about that smoke machine, even it's got a dial on it, but you can't do anything with you can't really regulate it. I don't know what the dial is for. So the pressure sensor is definitely working. Smoke machine's back on. Pressure's rising. I don't know if there's anything going on in here. It looks dry. I know I got a leak, I just can't find it. Get in here. Spray. Right above this line here, where my finger's at. You see the line that looks wet? That's where it's leaking from. I gotta do this fast because I'm running out of data. If I put my hand up here, you can hear. There's my finger right there. Such a pain in the butt to do. See where my finger's at? That's just a little hose here. It goes up into the filler neck. It goes into this. Right here, this rubber line right here. It's leaking like right around here. That's the leak. Got it out. Here is right there. That was the leak. And it wasn't leaking down here, but it would have. There's the new one. And gotta get it back in. Had a hell of a time getting it out. But ready to go back in, back together. Alright, I'm gonna call this a fix. Kind of beat myself up on this one. The tube, this is the tube. It was leaking right there. That's where the leak was at. It didn't look that hard to get to, but I keep forgetting I don't have a lift. So I built them up for a half hour, and it took me longer than that. But let's see. Right now I got the vent clamped off. Let me turn this on. It's starting to get dark. Put a new clamp there, just because. Probably can't even see it. It's so tucked away up in there. I don't even remember how I got in there last time to show it. But there it is. Right there, you see the new tube. But I had to drop the rear suspension down. Made it way easier. We got 3 bolts. You got one here, and one there, one hiding in there, and one hiding here, and then the same thing on the other side. And drop it down, give you a lot more room. The only thing I got to do now is get it down off the jack stands and do a long road test. Now, like I said earlier, I have it clamped off here and I got it clamped off in the back. This doesn't give you a PID for gas tank pressure. You can actually bidirectionally control the vent and the purge solenoid, but it doesn't give you the it doesn't give you this fuel tank pressure PID, which is kind of dumb. You should have that option in there. But I'm going to open this, and gas pressure should drop. It did. Okay. I'm going to put the gas cap back on, and it'll slowly rise up. See, 52, 53, 54, blah, blah, blah. Yep, and eventually it'll raise all the way up to where it was. Now I'm going to take this clamp off, and again it drops. A little homemade clamp there. So that is a fix. I'm going to have to reset all the codes and reset the monitors. Well, alright, so I've driven this, I'm not even home yet, but I've driven it like 12, 13 miles already. And I can't get this monitor to reset, which is driving me nuts. I did shut it off and let it sit for about 5 minutes and then drive it again, but I already proved out that the leak is actually fixed. I just need to have this monitor set for me to verify that this the PCM is happy with the repair. I'm gonna have to let the customer take the vehicle and drive it, because obviously I'm out of daylight, obviously, and running out of time right now, and I'm confident it's fixed, and that's it for this one.